Welcome back to another episode of Podcast Demastered, a place where we celebrate our love for all things nerdy. I'm Wade.
And I'm Chelsea.
On today's episode, we are going to be demastering the newest DLC of Dreamlight Valley, and really just everything that's come since our last episode on Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah.
Which has been quite a bit.
A lot has happened in this, the second half of the year. Still more to come, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. I know it's a live service ongoing game, but Chelsea and I have been keeping up with it. We have been playing this whole time, and especially with the new DLC, we thought it was appropriate to kind of catch back up with the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Take a gander at the new faces, the new things you get to do, because there's quite a bit.
Yeah. Where should we start? Should we kind of backtrack a little bit, or should we just dive on into the newest stuff?
Oh, let's spend a minute here just kind of backtracking. So
yeah.
I think the last time we talked was in June about Dreamlight Valley, right? So we had just gotten, was it the Inside Out stuff?
It was even before that, I think. It might have been. I think it was just like the developer update telling us of what was to come for that. So I think that was right before we got the rest, or the continuation of the main story with the Mysteries of Skull Rock.
Finally.
Yeah. And then I was like, is there more? But yeah. So that's when we got Peter Pan and everything. And then, then we got Joy and Sadness from Inside Out. And so that means we also got a new realm with that as well. And during this time, we were in the middle of a star path. I think that was when we had the Adventures in Neverland star path. So it was more almost like not really quite underwater-y, corally themed compared to
it was
like pirate-y, but a little bit.
There was like a couple pirate items, but there was a lot of this like underwater mermaid-y vibe to it. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world. Like at the time, I did want to like redo my Dazzle Beach area and use some of that stuff, but I never got around to it. So maybe in the spring when I'm looking back at Dazzle Beach again, because right now my Dazzle Beach is bare. Because I had went through and at the start of the summer, I think, and just kind of wiped out a few areas, and that didn't like I only went back and like decorated a couple of those places. So a lot, not a lot, but some of my valley is just kind of like super in progress right now. Whoops.
I get that. There's so many things that I want to decorate. And I think with the star path that came after, which was the retro road trip one, that really inspired me. And I am actually decorating part of Eternity Isle in progress still with all those items because it's a retro road trip. It was I felt inspired because I also had recently, like early this year, I drove all of Route 66 and I was like, these items kind of were very similar to that. Yeah,
those hit a great time for you, didn't they?
Yes. So I'm currently working on making my own Route 66 version through Eternity Isle. So hopefully I'll get to share that on our socials at some point. And then
that's a great like thing to use Eternity Isle for.
Yeah.
I feel.
Especially the desert area. Like that area is pretty large, but there's definitely a lot to work with. And so I'm slowly working on that and I'll be excited to have that done. But that's probably the only area I will have decorated on Eternity Isle. The rest is just shoving characters I don't care about elsewhere in it.
Yeah. I really want to put Jasmine and Aladdin in the desert, but then I'd feel bad because they would just be abandoned in the desert. They would just be there and I would never be there. So, oops. Although, like, Jafar's area, like, you had to, like, design him a place for the story. I took advantage of that and I really went to town on that in that little section. So that's done. But I would use, like, the big section, I think, next to him where, like, the ship is and, like, the Cave of Wonders. I would probably use that whole area for a Jasmine and Aladdin themed place. I've just got more important things to decorate, I guess.
Of course, yeah. I mean, also talking about like how we said that Joy and Sadness were added, like their home is also a really weird one because it's supposed to be kind of like the headquarters style, but it doesn't really fit anywhere. And I currently have it on my beach, but it's not going to be there forever. It's just, I needed a place for it.
That's fair.
And then, so after Joy and Sadness came, then we got more into our spooky fall season where we got to revisit a realm. And we got Cogsworth and Lumiere, which I thought it was kind of funny revisiting the like Beauty and the Beast area and them being like, it's haunted here, guys. It was a really funny little storyline.
Yeah, it was so silly. I was just like, okay, guys, let's get you all taken care of. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're like, do you believe in ghosts? I swear this game has also gotten more, the options have gotten more snarky. Like, they're so funny, like so sarcastic. And I was just I was
looking down at that third option all the time. Like, what are we saying this time?
Yes. And then with October, we got our like trick-or-treating event again, but then they also gave us a new one, which I thought was pretty cool to see because the floating islands are kind of a newerish thing and we keep getting more added, more places to decorate, but then they turned into a festival with a haunted floating festival island. And I honestly didn't get a chance to finish it. I forgot to do the last one in time because then I went back and I was like, no, it's closed.
Yeah,
but I was able to do the first couple puzzles.
That had me on edge because I was like, because when everything was like time locked.
Yes.
Everything was time locked. And I thought that like, you know, like those materials only appeared so often. And at that time, I wasn't really playing a whole lot. Like in an entire week, I wasn't really playing at all. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to get enough materials. And I just kind of like near the endish of it, I just kind of like left my PlayStation on while I was like doing work and stuff. And I would come back every 10, 15 minutes and pick up the stuff and then just sit the controller back down. I did finish it, but it was like, I was really like not sure. There was one day I was like, oh my God, surely this thing has ended by now. And it hadn't.
No.
But I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But we got there. I mean, there were some fun rewards. And I guess I liked how they did it. But, you know, once you did like the week's thing, which could take you a minute to do, there just wasn't really a reason to go back until the next week when the next thing unlocked, you know?
Yeah, like I liked the idea of it. I like how I don't know, personally for me, I do like how they're including these kind of like puzzles and other ways to like to make it a little bit more creative in the game instead of everything being so straightforward. But talking about things being time locked, that's something that we've really seen, especially in this half of the year. We've seen a lot of things move to either not quite being available like right away, like for example with the star paths as well, is that we've seen where like you can do as much as you want of all like the main regular things to unlock, but then if you want all the bonus items, they've gone this way where they only allow you to do a couple tasks each week, and so you have to wait basically until the end of the star path to complete them all, unless you want to spend extra moonstones to get all the bonus items, which I have kind of mixed feelings about. Like, I know why they're doing it, because they want people to come back and play the game, and they like it helps them keep the momentum of people playing, but also it can be difficult for people who do have full-time jobs, who have life getting in the way, who can't quite always make it back unless you do it all right at the end. But that's still a lot to do.
I've waited like 3 weeks and gone and just like boom, 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 because those extra missions are not complicated.
That's true.
Thank you, Gameloft. Thank you, Gameloft. But like, you know, there's no harm in just kind of waiting a little bit and going and taking care of a whole bunch of them at once.
Yeah. So that has been nice too, because we don't have a lot of those ones where it's you must give favorite gifts to like the 4 different people for 3 or 4 days in a row, or like the people with glasses, get them their favorite gifts. We had that one a while back and stuff like that. Give 27 gifts to the
I like it. I like it better when it's like here's a pool of people to choose from, and not like one person 9 times. Like okay.
Yeah. So those have been some interesting changes we've seen with that. But I mean, like, those are all optional. It doesn't affect your main part of the story. Like, in general, the main part of the story is not on a timer. Like, you can enjoy that all at your own pace. It's just all the extra things if you want the extra themed items of whatever the star path is or whatever special event is going on. So it's hit or miss. I know I've definitely missed a couple of some of the events this year. Like, I haven't gotten quite all the items, or I missed it by a day because I forgot when it ended or whatnot. But a lot of that stuff does come back around, which is nice. So you don't really feel like you miss it, because there'll be another year of another holiday thing. Like, they'll probably continue with the haunted floating island and stuff like that, or even the Easter eggs and whatnot. But then because then we also got a new star path around that time, which is still going on right now, which is going to be ending soon, the wishful thinking. So it's a very witchy vibe.
And I'm so ready for that one to be done.
It's a long one. These star paths have been really long this year, I feel, which I mean can be hit or miss at things, but also can be good for people who don't get to play every single day. But it'll be fun to move into the winter season, which we will get to that shortly.
Yeah.
That brings us to the new expansion that was just released this past Wednesday, the 19th of November, the Wishblossom Ranch. So there's a lot of interesting things about this one.
Where to start? To start?
I think one of the things to talk about too is that this is the third expansion we've gotten, the third DLC, and each one has done something a little different. Like the very first one, they released the story across 3 different parts. Then for Storybook Vale, we got it in 2, quote, larger chunks. This one, they were like, we're going to give you everything up front. Just
JK, here it is.
Yeah.
And I want some future vision on this one. I really want to see, like, are we waiting a solid year to get more DLC?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about too.
I mean, and if so, okay, like maybe that gives them more time to make one annual DLC, pop it out, and then go back to working on whatever comes next, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if I could give the development team at Gameloft a time turner, or just their own parallel universe where time moves faster for them, they could do what they want to do and not have to, like, defer out of their schedule that they want to keep, I really would, because they work really hard. I wish they had, all the resources and time that they absolutely needed. But just the potential for Dreamlight Valley, is crazy, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy in terms of not just content, but like quality of life and everything else. Like the potential is wild there. And I see how Wishblossom Ranch is getting closer, I think, to what they want it to really be. So I want to see a year ahead. I want to see what they're planning next, I guess.
Yeah, it's such an interesting game. That is for sure, because it's also a game where they do listen to the players. They have really responded really well to some of the feedback and some of the stuff they have been able to bring to us as quick as they can, and ways that we can play with other, visit other people's valleys. We can finally give each other's kind of items, and we're going to see even more of that in December with the next new update, which is the free update. But it's so interesting, the crazy stories they come up with and whatnot, and I understand, I think, why they made Wishblossom Ranch just a thing that happens all at once, because it just makes more sense for that story. Now, I haven't personally finished the story. I think I've talked about plenty of times on this. I love to, I'm a hoarder in this game. I love to just hoard all the items, make sure I have plenty for anything I want to create. And so I'm just enjoying my time, because the biggest thing about Wishblossom Ranch, listeners, is that we get to ride horses. Or / reindeer. Yeah. Which
Pegasus.
is, yes, that too. Which is such a funny concept, and it was something where I was really curious about initially, because even though we had gotten a showcase and they had shown us us riding our horses, we can pet them, we can brush them, feed them, I'm like, okay, but the valleys are kind of small if you want us to be able to gallop on our horses. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work.
For real.
But the way the Wishblossom Ranch area is set up, it does feel fairly spacious, and it doesn't automatically feel like you are running into the edge of the world created immediately, and that things are open, which I really liked. And that's fine. I don't know if I know how to decorate these areas. That's a whole nother thing with me and decorating.
See, I've been thinking about that a lot as I've been going through Wishblossom, because there's areas that it's obviously this is an area for me to be creative, but even there's still some bigger areas where it's this area feels like it's more for my horse, resource collecting and just do what you want. In those areas, I'll probably just leave them be, or I will wipe them clean. I haven't done that at all yet, which sometimes
that's okay.
Sometimes when I unlock a new area, sometimes I'm just everything's gone, get out. I'm collecting junk, and I don't want to have to run around these gigantic tree-like things constantly. I'm get out of my way. I can just get rid of you.
You don't appreciate how the developers set up the land. You don't appreciate the art.
I always give it a little bit. I always give it a little bit, And then, but once I'm like done with that area, I'm like, okay, it's time to like resource farm, like everybody out.
I know, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, and it's one of these things too, because what is interesting, I think, about this DLC is that we got all these new areas to unlock. There is a story with it, and we do have new characters that we get to have join us in our valley adventures. But with the horses too, though, all the horses / Pegasus / Sven, they all have their own unlockable rewards and own levels you can unlock. So there's gonna be plenty of time of unlocking all these characters. Like that'll be like the thing that'll probably take a long time. So I think that also makes sense. Like the story itself might be shorter, but the potential of time you can spend with the characters and horses and stuff you unlocked is a lot longer.
Yes.
Which I'm okay with. So
I do like how it's like you're like the because you get 4 horses that are just yours and you get to design them and stuff. And those horses' levels are tied together, right?
Oh.
Like, have you got to do that yet?
No, I don't think I have. I haven't.
I unlocked my second horse.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it shares a level with my first horse.
Interesting.
But like the character horses, they have their own separate level. Yeah.
Okay.
And Sven has his own separate, of course.
Yeah.
But I think that those 4 horses share a level, share a friendship level.
I guess I can see how that kind of makes sense then. But that is something, to mention is that the first horse you're introduced to is like your own that you get to create. You get to choose its color. It's a lot of customization. I was a little bit surprised about that, and I was also cracking up about it. Yeah.
I was too. Although, like, I made some true atrocities while I was playing around with the thing. I was like, oh my god, this is so ugly. Like, I need to, like, get out of here. But yeah. But I also, like, you get to do, like, the saddles and the bags and the blanket. You know, there's so many things. And I'm sure, like, the premium shop is about to explode with horsey items. So
yes. And then you also get to name your horse. But, speaking of the premium shop, they're already making that explode with some of the priciest stuff right now, but also the most beautiful things that we have seen popping up recently. Because something that they added around October was one of the first times that we got a way to customize the Dreamlight Castle, which is the main castle in the background, the way we can go to the different realms and stuff in our main valley. And they had like a skin you can use that was a Halloween one, but that was all that it was for. And then this week in the premium shop, it was a whole pack you could get, or you can get all individual items, but it wasn't just decorating with Christmas icicle light type things for the castle. It was also for like the wells for Remy's and Scrooge's, and I think like the main little plaza area as well.
That's great. I like I saw that and I was like, okay, that's an immediate buy. I've gotta. But now, like, why wasn't Daisy's shop put in with that?
Yeah. Well, was it Tiana's even put in with that either?
No, but
but
I don't have Tiana's shop in my plaza, so I don't give a crap.
That's that's true. That's true.
But Daisy's shop, like, it was like designed to like sit there with like with Scrooge's shop, you know. So like, why didn't? Because I'm gonna want to decorate with all this stuff, but now I gotta like take Daisy's shop and put it elsewhere. And I think I have like the Inside Out house. I need to move that out of the way because that's not gonna match anymore. Remy's house, like, which again, it's built to like be there with the like that should have also been. But
I was like not trying to give Gameloft more ideas or make us spend more moonstones, but also I would legitimately love a pack of just like paying for an overlay for like Christmas for a certain amount of character houses or whatnot. Because like I do have my main area does have quite a few character houses mixed in with all the shops, and that's just how I like my little entrance area. And it would be cool, for it to all match, because otherwise I'm only going to be able to use some of that stuff, like the castle and like the well area or something. But but that's just one of the ways that we're seeing the way that they're trying to add more to the game. They're learning and we're growing with them on that. So there's definitely plenty more to come. And yes, who knows what is going to be in the premium shop with the horse stuff.
I think the next couple weeks they're going to be pretty wild.
I don't know if I'm really going to be interested in buying things. I think the biggest thing I did this time was I finally got one of the deluxe editions because I really wanted Sven. Now, that was a thing that I think some people didn't fully understand about this who play the game, that the only way to get Sven is to get the deluxe edition. Sven is currently not going to be available in the premium shop as an add-on or anything like that. It's just one of those perks of getting one of the deluxe editions of the game. But he's adorable, and he's also a mount, and it's
Do you feel silly on top of him?
Yes, I do.
I mean, and your character's probably smaller than mine, but like I got on and I'm like, I feel like my feet are dragging on the ground.
I'm also just like, I'm just surprised Kristoff isn't more just like standing over me or just staring off from in the distance being like, Sven is mine, give him back. Because it's funny, like, you do kind of have like a little mini quest to unlock him. And Kristoff is, I don't know, I think he's kind of like, oh my gosh, I guess Sven is around here. That's so exciting to see him, but I guess you can use him. Have fun.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't get to ride him, but like, whatever, yeah. I guess you get to do that.
Oh my gosh, but if you get to randomly see at some point like Kristoff riding Sven around, that would be so funny.
Well, I mean, who knows? Because, like, did you ever buy Max?
Yes.
Like, Max is just around the valley, and people react to him and stuff. So, like, that. I don't know.
I know. I hope we continue to see more like that. And I think, yeah, especially with, like, adding so much more with all these companions and then with all these horses and mounts in general, I think there's some really fun interactions we can see.
For like Disney specifically, like we have connections with animals in Disney, you know, like
yes.
Oh, just think, and Pocahontas is coming, I guess.
Yes,
and we might get Miko.
I know that would be so fun. Yes. No, Miko like has to be a part of it because there's going to have to be a quest about like what are these animal footprints? Who's leaving a mess behind them? And then we get to go find Miko. Like, that would be so cute.
I want it.
Yes, I know. I'm more excited about that one than the next. Well, hold on. No, I'm not more excited than the next free update. Not the next one.
It's the next one.
Yes.
Because next we have Cinderella.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, Cinderella.
Been waiting for her forever. Been a tease for such a long time.
I'm hoping that it's Cinderella, like in her, like maybe her maid outfit. I don't really know because I don't want Cinderella in like the big gown, right?
Yeah,
that can be like maybe put that
shop, yeah.
Or the Star Path or something, you know.
Yes,
put that in the Star Path, but I don't want like regular Cinderella to just be that. But I don't know.
Have like another casual outfit like in the other movies or anything?
That's a great question. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, because it would be cool maybe if she had like 3 outfit options or something like that. Something like a little bit more casual. And then, yeah, you could get like the rags outfit and then her, of course, iconic dress. But yeah, that's true. That it might be part of the Star Path because we are getting the new Star Path, which is all that's coming on December 10th. And then there was also stuff that we were talking about we were looking at earlier. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot because they announced it feels like such a while ago about new, like more community, like with your friends updates where you almost get to have like you can create a group and trade, I think, between them and also gather resources together. So that'll be fun.
I mean, you know, we'll be in that like group constantly, like
yes,
because that I think that even happens like when you're not playing the game. Like you don't have to be online to like be in a group.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm ready to share resources with people. So, any listeners out there who want to be a part of ours, let us know. Because
do a little podcast mastered group.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. So that is the next update, which should be fun. The update after that, it looks like it's going to be Lady and the Tramp, which feels a little random, but okay, sure.
Maybe they're really hitting that Valentine's thing again, because we did get that one, you know, like their little spaghetti dinner thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll just have to see though. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, it's fine. Like, I'm sure somebody is super excited about those characters. I'm like, that's fine. We can't have every single one of my favorites, and a lot of my favorites are already in the game. And if there's characters, I'll unlock them and then I'll put them somewhere where I don't need to see them.
Yeah, and as long as there are new characters, I mean, then it's fine, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, they're free updates. You really can't complain with that. And plus,
absolutely not.
It's not even just the characters. You still get like a little storyline with that. You still get to level up the characters, and there might even be additional quality of life updates. So lots of amazing stuff coming. So then the one after that is the spring one, which is the Pocahontas one. And then summer it's looking like a Hercules update. So hopefully that means we get Hercules and or another character. So maybe also Phil. I can totally picture Phil in the valley, and that is going to be something.
Phil would be great, but if it's not Phil, Meg would be fine too. That'd be totally fine.
True.
But I bet it's Phil.
Yeah.
We'll get Meg later on, maybe.
Yeah. I know, because there's so many characters. It's interesting, like, are they going to keep adding all these characters? Or because a lot of our characters that have been introduced recently or have been in the valley a while, they talk about their other friends or family members or whatnot, about like, oh, I miss them. And I'm like, are they coming? Or
like, I can just go get them. Like,
yeah, just let me know when. Yeah.
Your realm is already open, my friend. I can just walk in there and grab whoever you want.
Mm-hmm. That is something that I do really like, is that because a lot of these realms, in many ways, like they were just places where we did the little quest, we unlocked our characters and moved on. But we've seen some things, either whether they're little like limited time events or anything, to make us revisit these places. And I'm like, thank you, game, for helping us, like, and recognizing that you did not forget about all these places you already created. They're already here. We can just go back and re-explore them and whatnot. And go back to all the caves and hidden areas within our own valley as well.
Anytime they're like, go to the cave at Dazzle Beach, I'm like, oh my God, why? Can I throw myself over the edge and land at the bottom?
No. Yeah, instead of walking all the way down.
Oh my God.
Down. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh man. But overall, I mean, yes, I still love this game. I will keep playing, and I will enjoy what I like to enjoy about the game and get through the other parts. And
yeah, we're there. We've been there the whole time. So like,
yes,
not a problem. We're always ready for more, but always playing other things in the meantime.
Yes, for sure. So I'll be very curious if this will still continue to be my most played game of the year. We will find out. Just a month from now, we'll find out. That's crazy. I know. This year's really getting towards the end quickly.
Yeah, we're gotta be preparing for our year in review.
Yes.
What, 2 episodes away?
Yes.
2 episodes away. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, listeners, be ready for that. I think we'll have quite a bit of video game talk for the rest of this year, but hopefully our listeners enjoy that, because there's lots to talk about with that. It'll be a good time.
Absolutely. And we're in the middle of also planning our episode slate for next year. Which is crazy. That's almost 2026. But listeners, if you have something that you'd like to see covered, and it doesn't have to be video games. We cover movies. Oh Lord, we cover movies. TV shows. We cover, comic
books,
we've been taking a break from comics since Chelsea finished her gigantic run of the Krakoan X-Men. Like, hello. But we still do comics, and we've even been chatting a little bit about adding a little bit of anime or manga to our list as well. So if there is something that we just haven't brought up yet and you want to hear us yap about, let us know. We're here for you.
I think that's all we've got for this episode.
I think so, yeah. And that's it for another episode of Podcast Demastered.
If you enjoyed hanging out with us today, don't forget to follow and subscribe, leave us a review, and tell a friend.
If you have an episode idea, send us an email at demasteredpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook @PodDemastered.
Thanks for listening, and tune in for the next time we demaster our favorite things on Podcast Demastered.